Hi everyone, I am Monica Dwadasi, a Salesforce certified. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to work with Salesforce Textbook. Firstly, please follow the basic measures against the coronavirus. For latest updates, please follow WHO website. Stay safe and stay healthy. Today, we are going to discuss the following topics on recollect few concepts from part 1 like what is prompts, types of prompts. Okay? Prompt settings. Under prompt settings, we'll discuss how to set up delay time between prompts. In part 1, we discussed regarding permissions and profile settings and schedule settings. Monitor prompts. You can monitor prompts using the usage metrics on in-app guidance setup page. And for more detailed analysis on prompts, you can also create reports. Prompt. Prompt alert users to system-related issues and updates. Prompts appears when the system needs to communicate a message to the users. There are two types of prompts: floating prompt, docked prompt. Floating prompt. This is a short and sweet message and a call to action in the form of a button that opens a URL of your choice. You can place a floating prompt in one of the 6 positions on a page like top left, top right, top center, bottom left, bottom right, bottom center. Doc prompt. When users need to refer to content while exploring a feature on their own, such as step-by-step instructions or short video, we use doc prompt. Unlike the floating prompts, the doc prompts stay in place while the user navigates throughout the app. This prompt stays in the bottom right corner of the page. Next, schedule settings. So in prompt settings, let us recollect about schedule settings. Schedule settings helps to specify when to make the prompt active by selecting date range like start date and end date. Next, frequency. For recurring prompts, we use frequency. You can repeat the prompts up to 30 times in 30 days. That is the maximum limit. While you enter the days in between, you should consider the date range. Like if you mention for 7 days, then the prompt recurring should be in between 7 days. There is no meaning if you enter more than 7 days, right? And next, this checkbox regarding the show prompt when the page loads. As I mentioned in part 1, you should enable the checkbox while creating your prompt. Else, the prompt doesn't load immediately after the page loads. This is why, because by default, a 24-hour delay or cooling off period is enabled by Salesforce between prompts, which ensures that a user sees only one prompt per day per app. So, where is this delay setting? To edit or change the prompt delay settings, you should go under prompt settings on the in-app guidance setup page. This is how it looks. In practical, you can see how to edit and change your delay settings. And monitor prompts. Monitor is nothing but tracking the active prompt interaction. This is done by viewing usage metrics on the in-app guidance setup page like views, completes. Okay? And with the help of this row action, you have reset metrics. By clicking this reset metrics, you can reset the value to 0 and you can start tracking your prompt again from beginning. Okay? And next, create prompt. For more detailed analysis on prompt, you can create reports on prompt action object. Like you can view some data like last display date, last result, times dismissed, etc. Go through Prompt Action API for a list of all available fields. Now let's look at practical and Salesforce Lightning experience. So in the setup and quick find box, enter in-app guidance and click on this in-app guidance. This is how our in-app guidance setup page looks. Okay. Here These are the prompts which you have created. Okay, and with the help of this add prompt button, you can create your own prompt. Now we are going with prompt settings. So click on this prompt setting button. Okay, now this shows a pop-up which contains delay between prompts for standard and custom prompts. To edit this delay period, click on the drop down and select custom. Now see here 24. This is by default Salesforce defined 24-hour delay period between the prompts. Now you can edit this. So you enter your preferred time. So here the maximum is 0 and the minimum is 0 and maximum is 99. So we'll go with 1 hour and minutes 0 to 59. We'll go with 0. So by entering 1 hour 0 minutes, you have defined a delay between prompts like for 1 hour. Save these settings and now we'll check how it works. Okay, before checking, as we created the prompts by enabling the radio button, whenever the page loads, the prompt should load immediately. So that checkbox will override the default prompt settings to that prompt. So first disable that checkbox. So go to schedule settings and disable this checkbox. So now the delay period will apply to this particular prompt and save. Okay, and done. Close and simply refresh. And refresh your in-app guidance also. See, after loading this page, there is no prompt loaded, right? Because you have disabled the checkbox and you have provided 1 hour delay time. Okay. Now, let's go to monitor prompts. So, what we can monitor here? We can monitor views and completes, right? So, what is views? Views represents the total number of unique users viewing this prompt, whereas completes represents the percentage of viewers who have clicked the action button on the prompt. As you know, there are two buttons. One is dismiss button and other one is action button. When the user clicks on the action button, then only the usage matrix calculates. It tracks. Okay, then only this completes will be tracking. If you click on the dismiss button, this completes doesn't track. Okay, so and next videos. As in the doc prompt, we have videos, right? But the videos views are not tracked in Salesforce as of now. Okay, and next, this is row level action where you can edit, clone and preview the prompt from in-app guidance setup page itself. You can delete and deactivate also. Now, reset metrics. So what is reset metrics? This action helps to reset the views and completes values to 0. Okay, see, for example, if I reset the path prompt and reset, see, the value becomes 0. Okay, in the same way you can do for respective prompts. Okay, reset, see. Okay, now let's see how it works. But why do you reset your prompt? Because, for example, you have created your prompt and the users are seeing the prompt and you're tracking, right? And now when you done some significant changes to that particular prompt and you want to begin the tracking again, then you need to reset the values. So by resetting the value, your tracking will simply start from first. Okay, so see, so initially you have reset it and it became 0, and completeness also 0, right? So, so when you refresh this opportunity list page, the prompt loads. Yes, see here. And now the user is clicking on this action button. Remember, he is not clicking on this dismiss button, he is clicking on this action button. So after clicking this action button, your usage will see the usage matrix. Simply refresh your in-app guidance. So here, see, the list view shows one view, and as you click on this action button, the completeness is 100%. Okay. Now let's try refreshing the same opportunity list. So if there are n number of prompts, they should be loading one after the other, right? So now it is not loading. The path prompt is not loading one after the other because you have defined your delay period between your prompts. So that is the reason the path prompt is not loading after your list view, or it is not loading first and continuing to list view. Okay, so this is how your delay between prompts works and how you can monitor your prompts. So for the detailed analysis of your prompt, you can create reports. So let's start creating reports. Before creating reports, you should create report type. So go to quick find box and enter report types. Okay, and click on this report types. So now click continue. Click on new custom report type. And here you should select your primary object. So what is the primary object here? Prompt actions. So by this you can understand that the prompt has an object that's nothing but prompt action. Report label, data on prompt, detailed analysis, and store in your required folder. And at last, select deployed. So why we are selecting deployed? A report type with deployed status is available for user in the report wizard. While in development, report types are visible only to authorized administrators and their delegates. Okay, and next. So here our primary object is prompt action, and simply save. So now your report type is created. So you can use your report type. Sorry. And here you can see how many fields are there. There are only 10 fields. Now go and create your report. Click on your report tab and select your report type. That is prompt data, and continue. So here you have 10 fields which are associated to your prompt, right? So you can simply run your prompt without adding any filters because you have only 10 fields. See, here there are total records of 20. 2. Sorry, the total records are 2. See, as per your in-app guidance, you have totally 3 records. But here you can see only 2 records because one record is still with the delay between prompt settings. It has been not loaded and no actions have been done, so it is not considered into this report builder. So here, what are the detailed analysis data like active date, last result date, time action taken, time dismissed, and how many times the prompt is loaded on your respective page. Okay, and with the help of few actions, you can play with your report like group rows by field or group columns by field. Okay, so as per your condition, you can run your report and you can add some chart to your report also. Here, as if we have only two records, there is no availability to add a chart to this report. So save this prompt analysis, and simply select a folder and save. So this is how you can create your prompts. And not only creating prompts, you can also add your prompts into your Visualforce pages and in Lightning Console app. So for more detailed information, please go through Salesforce Helpbook. And this is how you can specify your prompt delay between your prompts, and you can monitor your prompts, and you can create your prompts. Okay, and for reference documents you can go through these websites. And thank you. Please subscribe to Salesforce Textbook.